What's the most common fear for humans? It's speaking. According to Forbes, the fear of public speaking is the most common fear and prevents many people from achieving their potential. A shocking 74% of Americans have fears and anxiety towards public speaking. Our number 2 fear? Dying. Does this make any sense? In the brilliant words of comedian Jerry Seinfeld, he says that means for the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, more people would rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy. The fear of speaking is called glossophobia. Some may feel a slight nervousness at the thought of public speaking, while others experience full-on panic and fear. Why? It's because our brain has a hard time distinguishing between actual risk to our life or perceived risk, a threat to our identity. Our brains are wired to respond to threat in a particular way regardless of the actual threat. And to my knowledge, no one has literally died giving a presentation. But to be candid, even for an experienced presenter, these feelings of nervousness and excitement never completely go away. You can't unwire or unlearn biology. Mark Twain made light of this when he said, "There are only 2 types of speakers in this world, the nervous and the liars." Overcoming these feelings and becoming great at presenting is the focus of Silver Goldfish. This video is going to give you numerous tips to improve your presenting skills. Imagine you just finished a business presentation. Maybe it was a sales pitch or a divisional update, but let's assess the situation. How can you tell if the desired communication has actually taken place? You can do so by answering these 3 questions. 1, can your audience recall the central message? 2, are they able to apply the message to their lives? And 3, did they understand the call to action? Do they know what to do next? Here's the probable reality. If you're like most presenters, you likely missed the mark. You've bought into the myth. In the words of George Bernard Shaw, the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. The fact that you might be an ineffective presenter is most likely not your fault. You are emulating the hundreds, if not thousands, of bad presentations you've seen. Communication only occurs when the audience can repeat your message in their language. The people who can tell if communication has happened are the most important people in the room, your audience. The metaphor we use for communication is a test that the military developed to measure 2 elements of radio communication. The scale for the test was from 1 to 5. The number 1 represented the worst and 5 was the best. The first number on the scale represented the signal strength and the second number represented the signal clarity. If both strength and clarity were excellent, the receiver would reply 5 by 5. This was shorthand for "I understand you perfectly." We reference this scale today when we say loud and clear. The 5 by 5 framework is ideally suited for presenting. Our goal when presenting is to similarly come across both loud and clear. Let's examine the 10 keys of being loud and clear. There are 5 for loud and 5 for clear. Loud refers to the ability to be heard above distraction. The first type with loud is to impress. The first impression you create is extremely important when it comes to presenting. So here's the tip. Dress appropriately and stylishly for the audience to make a positive first impression. The second type is called connect. Great speakers connect with their audience because they understand a simple truth. The audience wants you to succeed. They don't require you to be perfect. In the words of speaking coach Stephanie Scotti, it's not about perfection when presenting, it's about connection. Here's the tip. STOP. STOP is an acronym. It's one of the best speaking techniques for establishing connection. The letters stand for single thought, one person. Here's how it works. You deliver a single thought to one person in the audience. You then think of and compose your next thought while finding a new person. Once you've made eye contact, you deliver a single thought to that one person, and then you repeat while you're engaging. The third type is called express. Part of being heard above distraction is the skill of expressing yourself. Here's the tip. Go bigger with your voice. As with most things in life, if it doesn't scare you a bit, you're probably not going big enough. The fourth type is to facilitate. You need to make it easy for them to pay attention to you. That's the definition of facilitate. To make easier, to help bring about. Here's the tip. If you have to deal with a distraction, you have only 3 choices. You can spend time to fix the distraction, you can feature it as part of your presentation, or you can forget it. The fifth type and loud is to entertain. The definition of entertain, according to Webster's, is to hold the attention agreeably. And that's what it's about. It's about holding. That's the real goal. To get the audience to consider your points and claims. So here's the tip. Variety is the key to keeping the attention of your audience. Mix it up every 8 minutes with questions, exercises, videos, stories. We've examined now the 5 elements of being loud and being heard above distraction. Now we'll examine the 5 key elements of being clear. Clear refers to the clarity of your message. The first type is objective. Probably the greatest problem with clarity in business presentations is the tendency to try to put too much into the presentation. Here's the tip. We need to release ourselves of the obligation to cover everything we know. Figure out what's important, find out your reason for presenting, know your objective. The second part of clarity is to simplify. The first step in helping your audience understand is to figure out your one thing. What's the central message of your presentation? So here's the tip. Avoid the curse of knowledge. Try not to overshare. Know your one thing. The third type is outline. Outline includes understanding your audience and coming up with the structure of your presentation. And here's a tip. How many main points should you cover? Is there a magic number? Yes, there is. It's 3. 3 is the magic number. And when it comes to presenting, it's even more important. The fourth element of clarity is to visualize. What's the best way to make your presentation memorable? Well, the answer will frequently involve visuals. Slides, whiteboards, flip charts, or props. So here's the tip. Leverage the picture superiority effect. Using images can enhance your audience's ability to remember your message or call to action. Pictures and images are more likely to be remembered than words alone. The last element of clarity is time. You need to manage your time when you're presenting. How long should your presentation be? Let's look for inspiration from the late U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He said, "Be sincere, be brief, be seated." Curate your time carefully. Always end on time. That's a cardinal rule of presenting. In summary, you need to both be loud and clear to be an effective presenter. Your audience has plenty to occupy their minds. You need to be clearer. Your audience won't retain nearly as much as you think they should. You need to be clearer. Success in presenting is that the audience can repeat your message.